Hi there and welcome to the channel. I'm Slate and today I have a guide for the next phase of the From Ashes to Ashes event. This is the Battle of Elyndris. I'm going to give you a free-to-play guide that is from stage 1 to 5. Please substitute who you need to substitute. That is absolutely no problem. And also to say I'm currently on test server, so that's why there is a watermark across the screen and why this guide is able to be dropped at this time. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get started. So in terms of team that we are going to be bringing in, because this is again one of those stages where heroes level and promotion grades and artifacts don't count, I've essentially made a very free-to-play friendly comp using the Pierces and the Nightmare, but obviously you can substitute for whoever you want. These are just going to be the sort of guides and placements. Now, starting off here on stage 1, we are going to be putting Alicia down here. She is absolutely fantastic in these stages. Next, it is going to be Lunera for some more magic DPS on this bottom mob group. And then we are going to just hit auto cast. It's pretty straightforward. Next, we're going to place Volker in this top lane here. And she is going to be absolutely fine. I will move myself around the screen if needed. Next is going to be Moradin as well. And those two can pretty much handle that middle lane of mobs, but we will give them a bit of help going forward. And then finally, we're going to place Wrath on the top. Again, he's fantastic. He can also sustain himself. And there's only one mob in this stage that actually comes out of that top portal, so it's pretty straightforward. Now for healing, we are going to place Hollow facing up. Alicia will be able to self-sustain. She does healing on her ult anyway and isn't going to be getting that much damage, so she's absolutely fine for now. There's that top mob coming out for Wrath and he's getting it. Then it is going to be Greed for the magic DPS, the slows, the burn, all the rest of it. Now obviously, unfortunately, because he's not awakened, he doesn't get the boost. And then Brienne down here just to help some extra DPS. Not that it's really needed, but just in case, might as well be safe. Now this is the big group of mobs. Now if you had a better AoE mage, you could bring in like a Comet, you could bring in Boreas, he'd be fantastic. Then, you know, it's basically AoE damage on this stage, so pretty straightforward, not too difficult. Like I said, Alicia, I love Alicia in this stage, and she's gonna take out those mobs, and then we just have this final group of mobs in this middle, and then that will be stage 1 completed in just a second, hopefully. And as you can see, no problems here, everyone's taken it out, and there we have it. Now for stage 2, we're going to start with Alicia again here on this middle ground. She is going to help be able to take out the first round of minions. Next is going to be Volker for that lovely AoE damage as well. If you have another long-range AoE fighter, that's great. I just like Volker in here for the extra sustains. Now, Brienne is going to go here. There's going to be a new type of mob that comes out here that summons, and he's very weak to physical damage compared to magic damage. So actually, you really do want someone to take him out quite quick, and that is going to be our lovely Brienne. Next, we are going to place down our healer Hollow. She is going to cover the majority, and this is when we're also going to start to get flyers on this level as well. But for now, as you can see, the little portals coming, we're going to place down Greed for that extra DPS, AoE, slows, all the rest of it, and they should be able to help them out. Now, Idril is going to go up here in this top corner. As you can see, we now have these weird little flyers. Now, these guys will zoom across the screen and like sort of take damage and stuff. Lunera in there for some extra DPS on the flyers that are going to come out. Pierces are really good in this, and obviously if you have Ivar, if you have Silas, if you have, you know, Elyndris, basically, you can definitely use them. But as you can see, all the mobs are coming down. We've put down Moradin just behind in order to just give a little bit more protection, to make sure nothing actually sneaks through, but it should be fine. Now, this guy up at the top, he is a little bit nasty. He will absolutely nuke your heroes. But you have a piercer and you take him out, and it's absolutely fine. Next, we're going to focus on this by doing a vortex. He's going to cover everyone because we are going to start to get some more flyers coming out that do some really nasty damage. And as you can see, Lunera died. Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. Just then put down a vortex. But we are nearly finished. We've got another one of these flyers. He is going to be able to tank that, essentially, and then Idril can kill him. And then more minions coming down the bottom, but this is the final round of minions for this go, so it is absolutely fine, and everyone's going to take them out, and that will be stage 2 completed. Now for stage 3, we are going to, again, same team. You guys know the drill. Now I'm going to just move myself down to this corner here, and we're going to start with Alicia here on the middle. Now don't place her on that second tile. For whatever reason, she will die if she goes there. And then there's Volker. There is something about these guys that they can sort of almost nuke a hero. So if that happens, just restart the level and you should be absolutely fine. Now the next thing that we are going to place down is going to be Brienne, placed to face the right. And again, physical damage is going to be able to take out that summoner and the summoning that they are going to do. Greed coming down in that middle placement. Again, AoE DPS, magic, and slows. Next, we're going to place our Ydril. She's going to finish off those little summoned minion flyer thingies, absolutely no problem, and she'll also deal with the flyers that come out of that very top portal as well. Next is going to be our healer Hollow for some rage regen and support and sustain, and now we have Lunera down here to just try and nuke these flyers that come out. Yeah, she's pretty good. But you see they sort of basically kill themselves as they sort of go through your heroes and do a huge amount of damage. Now we are going to place down a Moradin just for a little bit more DPS. And also these guys, this is a new mob that comes out and he starts flying and then he becomes a ground unit. So if you don't kill him while he's on air, he'll then go to ground and like crawl. But that combination is able to take them out pretty straightforward. So no problems there, essentially. Here comes out the second one whilst we're dealing with all those AoE mobs in the middle. And again, you'll see here he does drop to the ground, but he is then blocked by Alicia, so no problems there. And she is able to clear him off with Greed as well. Brienne taking out that top monster summoner before he's able to summon, which is always very handy. It means that we have less mobs to deal with. And Lunera is going to hit those flyers whilst our main central DPS deals with the I don't know, little hamster goblin things. I don't know what you call them. But anyway, that is stage 3 complete. Pretty smooth so far. Now let's move on to stage 4. Now let's see where we're going to move me to down into this corner here. Hopefully you can still see the cost. We're going to start by placing Ydril to the right. And she is going to attack that summoner that comes out, and then we're going to place Alicia in that top left corner in order to deal with, again, the little hamster mobs that come out there. But don't worry, it's okay if things happen. We're going to put Moradin down here facing up. We are going to be moving him in this, and that's why he's quite cool for this. So we don't want to use his ultimate just yet because we will be moving him to use his ult, if that makes sense. Greed is going up in that very top left corner, and that is to help Alicia with the mobs. Ydril ulting, she's going to help clear as well because she can hit all the way across the board. Obviously, if you have a Lady Alex, she's even better, essentially. But there's that. Now Brienne is going just above here, and she is going to take out the mobs that come in this bottom corner, and we're going to place our healer down as soon as possible in order to heal everyone but also tank those hits from that monster. Now our second healer is going to go up here and heal that top corner as well. Again, as you can see, everything's just on auto ult because it's pretty straightforward. And then Volker is going to go down for that thing. I'm going to just move myself here. It's a bit hard with a box. I'm sorry. I didn't really think this through. But anyway, this is that monster that's coming out that flies and goes ground. And that's why we're going to ult with Moradin. And he is going to now take out that that mob in that bottom lane. Absolutely no problems. And then we do have another summoner. So on his next ult, if, you can't take him out, that top summoner, then that is when you would then again move with Moradin to help, but you should be absolutely fine. We have another one of those little nasty flyers coming out. Brienne is taking it, and absolutely no problems there, and essentially that is then going to be complete. That is stage 4 complete. Pretty straightforward. Now we are moving on to stage 5. So for stage 5, we're actually going to change things up, and that is because we are going to be coming up against this giant boss dragon, and we have to essentially kill the boss bar 3 times. He does some special skills, which basically means you want to kill him as quickly as possible, and that is going to be done with single target magic damage, or at least very strong magic damage. So essentially that is what we're going to be looking for. Now, if you have a hex, you can bring him in. If you've got a, I don't know, just bring in whatever you want, basically. But for me, that is going to be the Poison Squad. We are going to bring in Vixera, who is that lovely epic that we got recently, and Phelan as well. We're gonna drop the nightmare. It's absolutely fine. And then we're also going to bring in some, let's keep those pierces in. I think that will be absolutely fine. So yeah, this is going to be the squad that we are going to be using for this. Alrighty, so first things first, we are going to place down Elyndris with that radiant damage, that single target magic. She's going to be great. Hit auto ult, and she is going to be able to hit this boss minion. Next, we're going to place down Volker here for some passive healing whilst we have time to put everything down, and also to deal with these mobs that spawn in this very top corner. Next is going to be our first healer, and yeah, as you can see, Radiant Erosion took down boss tail, pretty straightforward. Moving on to phase 2, his arm is now going to be in the very top left, so we have to place our next hero down, and that is going to be Vixera. She's going to go there. Now, this boss does this move where he essentially hits things in like crosses. So you kind of want to make sure that heroes aren't next to each other. Otherwise, they get like double damage, which is never fun. So here we're going to do another thing. But as you can see, if they're on diagonals, they should be fine. And just make sure you ult. Now, we're going to bring down Moradin to clear that. Just in case, like that one just got through a little bit, which obviously we don't want to happen. But Vixera is going to, with her poison damage, be able to take this down very quickly. And that is going to be absolutely fine. And we do just need to make sure that we have Brienne here to get rid of these flyers, because they do a horrid amount of damage. But Vixera's taken down the boss. We are now moving on to the third and final phase of this final stage. And we are going to place down Phelan in this corner here. Now, you could pick up Vixera and, you know, not use her. That also works. But Moradin, we are going to ult with and move him to this top corner, because we are going to have some minions that come out of that range as well. We can pick up Vixera. She's not hitting anything. So you could then put down a greed. You could put down extra DPS. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you keep an eye on anything that comes out. But to be honest, these guys should be able to do it. And that is stage 5 complete. So yeah, that is my guide for stage 1 to 5 of the Battle of Elyndris, this second phase of the From Ashes to Ashes event. The Wings of Woe, which is a challenge aid, isn't going to open for a little bit, so don't worry too much about that. And I am... You can see a little tail. Puppy's come to say hello. But yeah, anyway, do let me know in the comments below how you got on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing you in the next video and the next live stream. So until then, take care and bye for now.